Hey, hi, hello. You're listening to the show. He said, she said. As always, we got Coach Ron Tunick here. We have Ellen, and we also have Dave Shoemaker back, also known as my.
Nice that I get top billing. I like that.
You do. You're the coach. We love the coach.
Thank you. You want to do news and facts?
No, I don't. I want to wrap up something real quick from last week. It's the end of September. We're coming to the end. I cannot believe it's gone already. But I got to finish up my fundraiser for Saugus High School Science Department. And guys, got to give us a couple more likes out there. We're still only at 156. My goal was 200 likes, so $200 would go out to that science department. So you still have a couple days. By the end of September, go to He Said, She Said Radio Network Facebook page. Give us a like, and that money will be donated. Now, Coach, since you're
How much money? Millions?
$1 per like, buddy.
That's it?
I'm going to give you 50 cents per like in a second.
All right, here's news and facts. Literally, nobody cares about. I just find this segment interesting. I'm glad.
I know you do.
That's my gorgeous daughter, Robin. All right, a raisin dropped in a glass of champagne. Now, this should come right up your alley, girl.
Okay.
A raisin dropped in a fresh champagne glass will bounce up and down continuously from the bottom of the glass to the top. Yes or no?
Yes.
A raisin.
Yes.
A raisin.
Okay. Well,
who would put a raisin in a champagne glass?
Oh, it's like fruit in your champagne.
Yeah, you put a grape in there.
It comes from grapes.
It's a grape. You put a
fruit.
Okay, but the question is, up or down?
No, it's going to go up and down, like you said.
This is going to be
No, he's saying, does it stay up or does it stay down?
A raisin. Never mind. Let's move on.
No,
Wait, no.
Come on.
A raisin dropped in a glass of champagne will bounce up and down continuously from the bottom of the glass or top.
Yeah, it'll oscillate up and down.
Yeah. It'll oscillate.
Oh, he used a big word.
Oscillate.
No, I don't want to be on this show. Big words.
Yeah, let's push out our Facebook. We need the likes to send the money to Saugus High School.
He said, she said.
Were you here?
And then let's start a campaign to fire the coach.
You?
We need a new coach. I could coach that team.
What team? What?
He said about Saugus. Hey, we won.
We won.
We did?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Homecoming game.
All right. Here we go. Next one. News and facts nobody cares about on the show we call He Said, She Said. All right. If one places a tiny amount of liquor on a scorpion, it will do what?
Well, first of all, why would you waste any liquor on an insect instead of just drinking it?
I'm asking the questions here. You're just the guest.
Just curious.
You're just a guest.
You're just the guest.
It's going to party. It's going to wiggle. It's going to dance. It's going to party.
What is it going to? Okay.
It instantly goes mad.
Cool.
I know a couple of chicks like that.
Just a drop. Where would you find a scorpion? Have
in their garage.
Backyard?
Really?
In the backyard. Yeah.
Oh, we've got him.
He's had him.
Yeah.
Really? I wouldn't even know what one looks like, a scorpion.
You'd run like a striped naked ape.
No, I really would. All right, last question, then we'll really get into the show. This is going to be a fun show today with Mr.
It's always
Shoemaker.
a good show.
All right, what was ketchup in the 1830s? What was ketchup?
Didn't he do this one last?
No, never done
this is
this. This is brand new. What? And you can join in too,
yeah.
Peter.
Jump right in, Peter.
What was ketchup known in the 1830s?
Sauce?
It was known as medicine.
What were
Ketchup was known as
medicine for your food, medicine for the body?
Medicine for your body. It was medicine. Ketchup was medicine.
What did it cure?
I can't tell you that right now.
Did you drink it? Did you put it on a cut?
I can't tell you any of that.
I got to tell you, accurately named this segment. I mean, you hit the nail on the head.
Nobody cares about it. It was ketchup. Never. All right. What's the show about today?
Okay, guys. So we're going to be talking. We'll be all over the board again today. Now we're going to talk a little bit about language and taboo, a little bit about censorship. I know we get into these conversations in the backyard. We discuss things, and then you can't really discuss those outside of the backyard. You're censored in life. You're censored even here on the air.
Yes, as we found out last week.
Well, let's keep that one on a hush hush. I'm just kidding.
On the down low.
So there's a lot to talk about. It happened to Ellen last week. She's on the radio. And well, why can't I just say whatever I want? Well, who's censoring us? Is it
the FCC?
Okay, FCC for radio.
Right.
And who is the FCC?
I'm a 70-year-old white guy that doesn't have a clue as to
what people talk about.
And that's a disclaimer. Yeah. We're for white people, and so there's cultural issues involved in political correctness. So censorship is part of. Are we on political correctness yet?
No, we haven't gotten there yet. We were just talking about censorship in general.
Censorship. I can't even pronounce the
Well,
word. Well, how about Homeland Security? Dave knows a
No.
little bit. What do you mean, no?
We're not talking about Homeland Security. We're talking about when did slang become a slur?
Yes. When did saying real things become offensive?
This is not political correctness?
A little.
A little bit.
But-
But think about it. When did a slang become a slur?
Well, this is what I'm saying. Culturally, if you go into various cultures, like the N-word in the African-American culture is used all the time. Dave and I know that.
No, that's actually a myth. You're
That's not a
speaking.
myth.
You're totally speaking from.
Let me put it to you this way. You and I, before the show, were sitting out on the park bench out there.
And we were not
And we were
politically correct.
Not at all.
And that's how we talk.
But that's how you and I talk.
Right.
Why can't we go out into public and speak the way we talk to each
Well,
other?
this goes into being politically correct because it's going to hurt somebody's feelings to answer your question.
Okay, now I got another question for you. And I'm
Yeah.
so glad you said that.
That was a lead-in for you.
Yes, it was. So when exactly did it become a right to be offended? Since when did you have that
Because Dave
right?
says things to me all the time that offend me.
That offend you?
And I have a right, I believe.
You know, it's like I could look at Mama right now and I could say, Mama, you're
Hey,
a bad.
hey.
You're a bad. What?
Say something nice.
I could say, you know what? You're a bad grandma.
Look at your sign, no cussing.
He's not cussing.
And if I told you you're a bad grandma after you got done spitting out your mimosa or your Cosmo, you'd look at me and you'd laugh. You wouldn't be offended. You go, no, you know that that's true. You are a great grandma.
Well, that goes back to having a relationship with someone. So you and Coach are sitting out on the park bench. You guys are speaking
relationship.
the way you like to speak. Then you have yourself speaking with
here-
your mother-in-law.
Okay.
Wait. Hold on. That was an amazing eye-opening or ear-opening, whatever, relationship. When you have a relationship with somebody, you can say whatever you want because the person receiving the information
Oh,
knows
I disagree, girl. We
course
have a relationship. I can't say. I have 4 words on our entire marriage. Yes, honey, and I'm sorry.
I think both of you are going to be doing that after the show.
What? Are you saying I can say anything I want to say in our marriage? Are you kidding me?
But you do.
I don't.
You don't?
Be honest. No. Yes, honey, and I'm sorry. That's about it.
Okay,
Yours,
well-
you ever hung around our house
I
there?
do, but I'm trying to think. You go think
Listen to
of something
me
that you know you
sometime.
can't say to her. Something you can't say to her. But going back to this about language and being taboo, it wasn't just about being offensive. What words can't
I
we
would
use?
say the nerds. I'd say everything changed about 1991, 92
Nope.
when.
Wrong.
Go for it,
I think
Ellen.
that was more of a statement, not
Yes,
a question.
yes, honey. Yes, honey.
In 1967, the Random House Dictionary actually put, for the very first time, the word slur in the dictionary. And from that point forward, the slang to slur, the politically correct, all of that began really back in 1967.
Well, good thing I wasn't around for that. Sorry.
Oh, that's right, you weren't. And I was in high school, and I remember coming home and saying to my mom, oh my gosh, that was so bitchin'. My mother fell to the floor and said, you will never say that again in our home. And I'm saying, well, why? Bitchin'? What's the matter with bitchin'? Then it went to rad.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to say
But if my daughter comes home and uses the words you're using,
I'm not. Oh,
you can
okay.
say rad. I don't mind rad. No, I'm going to say the same thing in my home, and so that's
Why?
What if she said, "I'm stoked"?
That's fine.
I'm stoked.
Well, that's fine today. But
Was stoked okay back
No,
then?
that's old. I was
Yeah.
stoked.
There's a lot of words that the kids use nowadays. I'll try and come up with a couple of my kids use that they don't think are slang and slur, and I say,
Can you say them on the air?
Probably I just would have to think of what my kids say.
He's shaking his
he's already
head.
shaking his head no.
Okay. So
Guide us,
Okay,
Peter.
so-
Guide us.
Well, they're not cuss words. They're just the words of today's language.
Well, and I know a lot of families out there, and let's keep this somewhat of a family show. We do have mommies in the car taking their kids to school.
Hi, mommies.
I know a lot of women that do cuss.
OMG.
What do we call?
OMG.
Okay, we call it the sailor mouth.
I
do you
just
have to
call
have,
it locker room.
But do you have to have that dialogue? You guys are saying you don't want to be the men are saying we don't want to be censored. But why do you even have to have these words in your dialogue? Where did this come from for you guys? That
It's comfort.
The locker room.
No, I think it's comfortable to be when you're having a one-on-one discussion with a friend. It's comfortable just to express yourself in the way that you're comfortable.
Words become exclamation points. It's like we can't seem to get our point across without using one of those words as an exclamation to drive the point home. I mean, my father, I never remember him using one swear word, and he communicated pretty well.
Yeah.
I was talking the other day to our 15-year-old son about this show, and we went through the whole list of everything we're going to talk about and everything that has to deal with language and what his opinions were. And he kind of looked at me after I read this whole list off to him, and he goes, words only mean what you allow them to mean. So whatever power you give
the word,
that's on you. It's not on me for saying it. It's on you for giving that word power.
Well, and I'm going to disagree with you being your wife. You could say many things
Really?
to me in a fight. Or in a conversation, they could be the same things.
The line is blurred.
Yeah.
Words only mean what you let them. That's not true. Well, would that go back to sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me?
Exactly.
Words
Yes.
do hurt.
If you let them, yes, they do. Don't
What
let
if-
them.
What if I?
How do you do that?
Yeah,
How do
what if
you
I have
not
no
let
power
words
over
hurt
that?
you? Words are powerful.
Okay, my example earlier, calling you a bad grandma. You're an amazing grandma, and you know that. You know that because you yourself
So what
are
if someone-
aware.
Why are you kissing her butt? What's going on here?
You know that little trip coming up?
Oh,
Yeah.
Cabo. Got it.
No,
The bar bill.
Yeah.
But I think that words are really, really powerful, and we have, over time, we have allowed words to be so powerful that when we bring them in, they hurt us.
Oh, well.
If you let it.
I don't know how you not.
There's not a word on this planet
How do you
somebody
teach
could say to me that would offend me, would hurt me.
I'll
unless I
say a
allow
couple to you when we get home, and let's see what happens.
Tune in next week for part
Guess what?
2.
He said, she said, just became they said.
Yeah, no.
but I'm talking-
Good luck. Maybe Peter could take you home, Robin.
That's right. I usually need a car ride.
Yeah, good luck. Here.
No, but then that goes to with our children. With your children, if you feel you can say do this, what are you teaching the children? Because do you really want your children walking around out on the streets, being as vocal? You maybe have an education and a higher understanding of what you're saying to somebody, but you're going to now say to these 12, 13, 14-year-old, let's go as high as 17 and 18, go speak how you feel?
No, and that kind of circles back to the other conversation of there is a point where, as a society, we censorship ourselves. We censor ourselves. If I walk into Ralph's, I'm not going to have a conversation with Pa like we were having on the bench when it was just the two of us. I'm going to censor myself because I am in a public area.
Public environment.
But you betcha after he buys me the beer, which, by the way, you stole me for last time.
No, we're
Can we
going
get
to have
back in
our
your backyard?
Dodgers St. Cardinals bet coming up here. If the
that's right.
Dodgers could win one more game, I don't know if we can. Seriously.
Yeah, we already clinched. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, they put in all the rookies.
But no,
last
but
night on that St. Louis team.
the thing is, your husband wants your sons to be authentic, right? I mean, your oldest son's going in the Marines, so do you want him to go in there with the language that? I mean,
Well, how did it come that everyone used to say sailor talk? Where did that come
it's
from?
sailor-
He's going to experience sailor talk. Trust me.
Because that goes back to it's men in the locker room and.
But women, have you ever? Come on, girls. I mean, when women get together,
Yes, that's true.
yes.
But we're censored in a different way. We censor ourselves to not hurting,
Yeah, you're afraid to hurt someone's feelings.
yes.
Feelings.
We censor ourselves.
Did you hear how he said that? Feelings.
No, but this is where we're doing a segment after this segment on political
Can you say it?
Political correctness.
Very good.
So this is all part of this political correctness that we've gotten to a point where we have to watch everything we say.
So
everything.
Coach and Ellen, when you guys go out and you're going to a restaurant, Ellen, are you worried that Coach might say something while you're there?
Oh my God, are you kidding? This is.
Who was she asking that to?
You. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm never afraid
sorry.
that he.
She puts me through a freaking course. Are you kidding me?
Oh, you have to go
I
through
go through a course before we go anywhere.
Depends on
Where you're going and who
where
you're
we're
viewing.
going and with whom we are going.
Okay.
I'm never afraid that he's going to cuss, but am I afraid that he's going to say something offensive? Absolutely.
somebody?
To someone, yes.
And I have the
There's
fear
that
of-
word.
No,
I would never say anything to somebody. I might say something, observe something about somebody.
But and sometimes you do that in a sense. I've been with you where I'm embarrassed. You just said it, and I want to go sit at a different table.
Oh my God, honey, I've embarrassed you. I'm sorry. When did we do this?
Only once.
Oh, okay.
Only once. But my husband does it also. I mean,
I love being with your husband because I can be myself. I don't
So that-
have to
And-
go
and
through.
likewise.
I don't have to go through an English course and a Miss Manners course and a cultural education
Why
course.
is that embarrassing to us?
Yeah, that's a great
I don't-
question.
Because you guys get
Because you want to be
offended.
perfect. You want to be perfect. No.
No,
We
I
know
don't
we're
get
not
a-
perfect.
I don't get offended. My fear is that he will offend.
someone else.
Because I know him, I know where it's coming from. It doesn't really bother me on that level. But for those who don't know him, don't have a relationship with him, he can say things that, not meaning to, are very offensive.
I hurt her feelings the other day when I said I was trying to raise money for Donald Trump, and that's how this whole thing was.
But yeah, I get embarrassed.
So do I.
I'm just teasing. I wasn't raising money for Donald Trump.
Put a disclaimer over there.
Disclaimer.
So
Back yourself up.
do you ever get embarrassed?
About what I say?
Yeah.
No, about what she says?
Yes.
No.
Okay, do you not remember the beginning of our relationship?
Apparently there's something I was supposed to remember.
No, I'm just thinking. You just said you don't get embarrassed by what I say. How about what I do? Anything I do embarrass you?
Can I ask a question on the air? Because I know she'll be
did.
honest. How is your memory? I mean, you're a young man. How is your memory? Can you remember what you did yesterday? Be honest.
No, I've learned I don't have to remember anything anymore.
'Cause
Because even if I do remember it, she's going to correct me and tell me how it really
I'm
happened.
married to one of those.
Yeah,
too.
uh-huh.
All right.
Must be DNA.
No, but I think
don't know what to
in the
say.
beginning. In the beginning, when you and I were first dating, I did embarrass you. I was young. I was very young. We would go out.
What did you do? I want to know. I want to know what
Yeah,
you
that makes
did.
two of us.
I don't know if I can say nothing.
go
bad.
ahead.
Okay, nothing bad, but I did used to embarrass you. Now roles have reversed, changed. 3 kids later, I really don't think I go out and embarrass you that often. But you
No.
do embarrass me
Yeah, just by sometimes what I say.
by your language, and that goes back to you uncensored.
What
yourself a
embarrasses you? What is the? Do you think
He's a little
people?
uncensored.
Can we tease the audience and take a break and come back
We could try. What do you want to tease him with?
What? Yeah. What do you
Well-
want to tease them with?
with what embarrasses Robin?
What embarrasses Robin?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to know that answer and what embarrasses your mom too. That'd
Okay.
be cool.
All right, we'll take a quick
On
break.
the show we call.
He said, she said, KHTS AM 1220. We will be right back.